Right, so that should do it. We're online. Okay. Yeah, but I mean it's coming on, so I'll just copy this. So basically, a lot has changed since I did the last stream. I may have been doing some developing sort of by myself. So where we left off, I had essentially fixed the dice rolling and sort of moving around and stuff, but now I've added the ability to die and the ability to move on, and effectively rack up a score and things like that. So if we just move this down here, so we've got our little level here, we've got our 2 dark zones, and I'll just show you what the game looks like so far. So basically it's an alpha build. Actually, like this. Got some instructions here that you can just close. Okay, so now we have 85% chance of survival. This will obviously change to look much better. Let's just roll. So 90% chance of survival. And this, well, it's a 4 as well, but that's going to multiply our score if we survive. So if we go left, okay, so now we have a current score of 440, 61% chance, 68. Okay, let's just try and go down here again. Okay, so now if you look up here, I've added this sort of chain bonus, so it's plus 200. And basically for every one that you survive, the chain goes up, and this chain maxes at 10. So the more change you get, obviously the more score you get. The lower this is, the better as well. Hopefully I survive. Yeah, nice. So you get a score for this, and you get a score for this, and let's see if I can make it. I don't think so, but hopefully I can make it to a 10 chain, because once you reach a 10 chain, you get a bonus amount of score as well. Nah, see, I died. And now this is what happens when you die. See, so there's, you walk here, and then the demon walks out. It's a bit loud, I'm sorry. But basically, he just hits you, the screen goes red, and you die. Now normally, what will happen in the real game is that you only have that one life, and then it's game over. But there are chances to find lives sort of in the game where you can buy a life with the gold that you get from surviving. And I haven't added the gold in yet, but it's going to be contingent on how much score you get, for example, as well as finding gold in the game. And then as it happens here, so the demon killed you, but what happens is that you just lose a life, you lose your chain bonus, but you stay on your score. Whereas if you don't have the life, obviously you lose everything and you have to start again. So this is sort of like an alpha build so far. And my cat is meowing, okay. So this is the alpha build, and what I've done is I've integrated this submit feedback option. So we just click this, and it all comes up with just, you know, some standard stuff. Please rate your enjoyment. Let's just give it a 4. You know, what's your favorite thing? You know, hi. It's just put in some test stuff for now. I should already increase the text size of this as well. Anything changed? More content, yeah. How intuitive were the controls? Easy, because obviously I'm the one making it, so I think it's pretty easy. But any further comments? And now obviously you can close this if you accidentally opened it, or you can click the send feedback button. And so we've got the success down here. Now what this does is it will send a thing to me. If we open this, and it will email me the feedback, which is a really nice addition. And once you've done that, of course you can just play the game. And this feedback will be really helpful at this alpha stage in order to like generate some, you know, some good input, and obviously increase the playability and effectiveness of this game. Since this is really just the bare minimum, it's going to have lots of new content anyway. There's going to be chances to find gold, there's going to be chances to find chests, there's going to be characters to unlock that have different sort of passive abilities that help you through the maze or make it harder depending on what your goal is, because obviously one goal of this game is to get as high of a score as possible. So in order to do that, you need to have a low survival rate, high multiplier rate, things like that. And there are going to be some people, some characters who sort of tune themselves to that playstyle, and there's going to be others that go for a more carefree, easy playstyle. One thing that I do want to change, which hopefully if people give feedback they may pick this up as well, is this dice roll, because it's doing this and then you know, it's spinning around and I stop it, but it's very, it looks a bit predictable. The dice rolling doesn't really give the values that I want it to give, because yeah, it's spinning around, but like it's giving 4s and 1s, and sometimes it gives 6s and this, but like the chances of actually doing that is sort of low. So I need to just tweak the algorithm that spins these. So I'm on chain of 9 now. Can we make a chain of 10? So we're on 9,000. Watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. Of course it happens. But basically, it's a score. I've done at the moment. It's just like 100 plus 200 plus 300 all the way to 1,000. So it's like 5,500 bonus score. And then, of course, you get that much in score, and then you get the that weight in gold. It just calculates that ratio, and obviously that's very good for unlocking your characters and purchasing, you know, some loaded dice and things like that, which is going to be another item in the game. So there's lots of content still left to add. This is the core, and it's working pretty well. There are a few bugs that I've sort of seen, and so this, for example, where the fire sort of floating. I would like to add a little torch thing here, just to make that a bit more realistic. But yeah, that's pretty cool. What I want to add now, though, if we just close that, is so when we submit feedback, nothing really comes up for the player. It's more for like a debug thing. So what we need to do is display confirm message. Yeah, what we will need is some sort of box that just says thank you for submitting or something. So if we add, what are we going to add? I guess I could just make it a button, and then the text, make the text white, best fit it, and then say thank you for submitting. Where is this button? Here it is. It would help if we turned the button on. Right. Okay, so here it is. Let's stick it in the middle, like smack bang in the middle. And just sort of make it huge. We don't want it black actually, because we're already on a white surface. Sorry, the other way around. Right, so thank you for. We want it pretty big, so that it's sort of on the screen, sort of in their face. And then when this appears, just go thanks up. Right, let's make a, I guess, game object. Let's display confirm message. We can just have thanks sub. It needs to be false at the beginning, and then needs to be active at the end, and then we're going to want a press to confirm function, which then sort of closes the feedback form. So close feedback form, start feed. Yeah, I think. That could probably work. And because this is part of that, we probably don't need to do anything about that. So this will start off false. Oh no, thinking about it. So click this. Oh, right, okay. I didn't assign the thing. Let's try it again. And close all this rubbish. Right, thank you for submitting. When you click it, of course nothing happens because it's a button and we haven't added the thing to it, so let's just go ahead and do that. I always do this. Display confirm message. That was the one that we clicked, right? No, press confirm. Right. What a malarkey. Okay. Of course, I'm just. Okay, good. That works. And if we submitted feedback, we should probably then just disable the button as well, just to get that off the screen. Would be a good idea. So start feed. This is a bit of double posting, but it's only an alpha build thing that's going to be deleted anyway, so it'll call this function, set that to true, and then set it to false, but it doesn't matter. Which actually, so we do this and then it's gone, but I'm pretty sure if I survive or die or whatever, it's just going to come up again. But maybe someone wants to change that, because it disappears anyway, and they do that. So I don't really need to capture every scenario. So I think that's fine like that, to be honest. So that's quite a cool thing. And now if I just obviously check my emails, it's just a bunch of random rubbish that we don't need. The code for submitting feedback, I'm going to put in the blog post that's associated with this stream, because it's actually a really useful tool. One thing that you do have to consider though is, so particularly with Gmail, is that it tends to block external sort of applications from accessing your emails and stuff. So a quick way to do this is just to set up this code as it is, and then when you try and do it, it doesn't work. Check your emails, you'll get an automatic notification that tells you, oh, if this is you, you can turn it off, and then you just click the button and then you turn it off. Because otherwise you will have this thing set up and no one will be able to give you feedback because Gmail is blocking it. So make sure that's turned off. And then, yeah, I think it's actually a really useful tool. It's probably easily transferable to something else, you know, like Unreal. I mean, obviously you don't have the .NET framework because it's not C#, but there's probably some workarounds. I mean, you can follow this code as like pseudocode and then reconstruct, or deconstruct and then reconstruct. Yeah. So the next thing, like I said, is to fix this dice roll. So let's just open this rotate dice, because at the moment it's sort of, yeah, like random value, random value, random value. Yeah. Is there anything else? Random range. That's deprecated. Oh, interesting. I guess they just replaced it with this because well, decimals are going to be the same as that anyway, I guess. I'm pretty sure if you call random.value, because it's creating a new object, that's going to be quite bad actually if I put this to mobile, because if I've got 3 random values, updating every single frame, potentially twice, that's very exponential in growth of object generation. So I'll probably have to store these actually in maybe start, and then just do like a reseeding. Possibly. Actually, yeah, let's do that now. Floats. Alright, let's get some floats here. Let's just call them val1, val2, and val3. Or rot val. Could do that. Can we do this? Equals val3 equals random dot range. Not random range. Dot value. Right, so it gives a random value. That would be the same one in each one, only to start with, but then we're going to reseed, so I don't think it's going to cause too much of an issue. He says. Val1, val2, val3. And, well, I guess we can do Can I do this? I don't think so. I'll use init state. Initializes the random number generator state with a seed. Int seed. So like that, but it's deprecated. I don't think that's gonna do. But then if I generate a new seed, isn't it just like I always thought you had to do like equals new. They've changed everything. So what does this do? Let's take a look. They've just gone with an arbitrary value. Initializes the random, yeah. Okay, no, I'm not sure what I'm thinking about having just a normal number. I don't see how that makes sense. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, like in classic C, do that. And I guess just I know, but like these, obviously these values aren't updating if I do that. Whoops. Oh, unless I just like that. And so they don't all have the same value.